Can a fan base truly find peace when the future of a pivotal player hangs precariously shrouded in a mist of cautious optimism and unsettling ambiguity? Atlanta Falcons faithful, ask yourselves, how much more can you endure, holding your breath for the return of a player whose potential shines so brightly, yet whose path back to the gridiron remains frustratingly unclear? This isn't just about a knee injury. It's about the very heart of a defense, the hopes of a city, and the delicate dance between recovery and readiness. Today, we peel back the layers of the latest update on linebacker Troy Andersen, a story that began with a glimmer of hope, only to quickly descend into the familiar territory of wait and see. Just yesterday, a ripple of excitement surged through the Falcons' kingdom. Head coach Raheem Morris, a man known for his measured words, offered what seemed to be a beacon of positivity regarding the young linebacker. His voice, usually a steady cadence of strategic insight, carried a distinct note of encouragement. "Troy is doing well," Morris declared, a statement that, on its own, would send a wave of relief washing over the fan base. He continued, "Obviously, Troy is on the PUP. I don't want to say he's ahead of schedule, but he's on schedule." These weren't just words. They were a promise, a whisper of a potential return for a player whose absence has been acutely felt. Morris painted a picture of a dedicated athlete diligently working his way back. "We're very happy with him. He's feeling really good about himself. I see him every day. He's locked in and loaded. I can't wait for him to get back." For a moment, the clouds seemed to part, revealing a clear path for Andersen, a path leading directly back to the heart of Atlanta's defense, ready to unleash his formidable talent once more. But in the high-stakes world of professional football, where every word is dissected and every nuance carries weight, a coach's initial optimism can quickly give way to a more complex reality. And so, it was with Morris, whose subsequent remarks began to paint a picture far less definitive, far more shrouded in the kind of uncertainty that gnaws at the edges of a fan base's patience. The initial sunshine gave way to a gathering storm of ifs and maybes. Morris continued, almost as if correcting his own earlier enthusiasm, "We'll see where Andersen on the PUP list goes. I don't know exactly what that entails. Obviously, when you're on the PUP list, we activate him when we activate him." This wasn't the confident declaration of a player nearing his return. It was a cautious retreat, a reminder that the medical team, not the coach's wishes, holds the ultimate key. He elaborated, "We're going to get an idea of what that looks like from a medical standpoint and where he is in his rehab and things of that nature. It's the on-schedule part that I'm talking about." The on-schedule now referred to the rehab process itself, not necessarily a timeline for his return to competitive play. The most significant shift came when Morris explicitly stated, "Not necessarily talking about the season, because I want Troy back when he's healthy and ready to go, as opposed to trying to rush a player back for the season. So, it could be for the season, but it may not be." This was the cold splash of reality. The on-schedule now meant no setbacks, not imminent return. It was a stark admission that the team is prioritizing Andersen's long-term health over any immediate gratification, a decision that, while prudent, leaves fans in a state of prolonged anticipation. When I say that, I mean he hasn't had any setbacks in what he's doing in his current rehab and that he still needs to help us, Morris concluded, a statement that, in its very essence, translates to the frustratingly familiar refrain, "Troy Andersen will be ready when he's ready, no more, no less." This isn't just a delay, it's a strategic pause, a gamble on future availability over present urgency, and it leaves a lingering question mark over the Falcons' early season defensive plans. To truly understand the Falcons' cautious approach, one must delve into the recent history of Troy Andersen's professional journey, a narrative unfortunately punctuated by the cruel hand of injury. This isn't the first time the promising linebacker has found himself sidelined, watching from the periphery as his teammates battle on the field. The current knee ailment, which placed him on the physically unable to perform PUP list on July 24th, is a direct continuation of the issue that prematurely ended his 2024 campaign. He managed to play in only 7 contests last season before the injury forced him onto the injured reserve list, effectively shutting him down for the remainder of the year. But the story of Andersen's injury woes stretches back even further. In 2023, his rookie season, he was limited to a mere 2 games, his promising debut cut short by a torn pectoral muscle. 2 seasons, 2 significant injuries, 2 extended absences. This pattern, while heartbreaking for the player and frustrating for the team, provides crucial context for Raheem Morris's measured tone. The Falcons aren't just managing a single injury, they're navigating a delicate situation with a player who, despite immense talent, has yet to sustain a full, healthy season. This history underscores the team's commitment to a full, unhurried recovery, aiming to break the cycle of recurring setbacks. It's a testament to their belief in his long-term value, even if it means enduring short-term uncertainty. Yet, despite the shadow cast by his injury history, the reason for the Falcons' unwavering patience and belief in Troy Andersen becomes abundantly clear when one considers his impact on the field, even in limited appearances. When healthy, Andersen isn't just another player. He's a dynamic force, a pivotal piece of Atlanta's defensive puzzle. Last season, before his season-ending knee injury, he started in 4 of his 7 games, demonstrating his immediate value and the coaching staff's trust in his abilities. His presence was felt across the field as he participated in a remarkable 64% of Atlanta's defensive snaps during those games. This isn't merely a statistic, it's a testament to his versatility and the crucial role he was already carving out for himself. In those 7 games, Andersen amassed an impressive 47 combined tackles, showcasing his nose for the ball and his ability to consistently bring down opponents. He also registered a tackle for loss, disrupting plays in the backfield, and proving his capability to penetrate offensive lines. But his impact wasn't limited to run defense. Andersen also flashed his coverage skills, securing a crucial interception and defending a pass. These plays are not just highlights. They are glimpses into the future, a future where a healthy Troy Andersen anchors the middle of the Falcons' defense, providing a rare blend of tackling prowess, run-stuffing ability, and surprisingly adept pass coverage. His absence leaves a void, and his potential return, whenever it may be, represents a significant upgrade for a defense striving for elite status. The question isn't if he can be a difference-maker, but when he will finally be consistently available to unleash his full arsenal. The intricacies of the NFL's physically unable to perform (PUP) list are often misunderstood, yet they hold the key to Troy Andersen's immediate future and the Falcons' strategic planning. When a player is placed on the PUP list, as Andersen was on July 24th, it means they are currently unable to participate in team activities due to a football-related injury sustained prior to training camp. The critical deadline looms large. For Andersen to be eligible to play in Week 1 of the regular season, the Falcons must remove him from the PUP list before the conclusion of training camp. This isn't a flexible timeline, it's a hard cutoff. Until that activation occurs, Andersen is barred from practicing with the team, a significant hurdle for any player, but especially one returning from serious injury. He can attend meetings, receive treatment, and work out individually, but the crucial on-field reps, the timing with teammates, and the live contact necessary to prepare for an NFL season remain out of reach. If, for any reason, Andersen remains on the PUP list after the final roster cuts at the end of training camp, the implications become even more significant. Under NFL rules, a player who remains on the regular season PUP list is automatically required to miss a minimum of the first 4 weeks of the regular season. This isn't a team decision, it's a league mandate. Such a scenario would not only delay Andersen's return, but also force the Falcons to adjust their defensive schemes and depth chart for a significant portion of the early season. It's a high-stakes game of patience and medical prognosis, where every day of rehab, every small step forward, is scrutinized for its potential impact on a crucial Week 1 decision. Beyond the individual plight of Troy Andersen, his uncertain timeline casts a long shadow over the Atlanta Falcons' broader strategic outlook for the upcoming season. A healthy Andersen is not just a luxury. He's a foundational piece, a dynamic linebacker capable of elevating the entire defensive unit. His absence, or even a delayed return, forces the coaching staff and front office to recalibrate their expectations and contingency plans. Who steps up in his place? How does the defensive coordinator adjust schemes to compensate for the loss of his unique skill set? The team must prepare as if Andersen won't be available for Week 1, which means ensuring adequate depth at the linebacker position, developing younger players, and potentially exploring external options if the need arises. This isn't a sign of a lack of faith in Andersen. Rather, it's a pragmatic approach to managing the inherent unpredictability of professional sports injuries. The Falcons are clearly prioritizing Andersen's long-term health and career longevity over a rushed, potentially risky return. This philosophy, while frustrating for fans eager to see their stars on the field, speaks to a mature and responsible organizational approach. They understand that a fully healthy Andersen, even if he misses a few games, is far more valuable than a partially recovered player who risks further injury. It's a strategic investment in the future, a calculated decision to ensure that when Troy Andersen finally does step back onto that field, he does so not just ready, but truly unleashed, prepared to contribute at the elite level the team knows he's capable of. The challenge now lies in navigating the early season without him, a test of the team's depth, resilience, and adaptability. So, where does this leave us, the passionate observers of the Atlanta Falcons' journey? In a familiar state of hopeful anticipation, tempered by the harsh realities of professional sports. Troy Andersen's path back to the field is a testament to perseverance, but it's also a stark reminder that even the most promising talents are subject to the whims of the human body. The Falcons' message is clear: patience is paramount. They will not rush their promising linebacker, understanding that a full, unhurried recovery is the only path to unlocking his true, game-changing potential. For the fans, this means a continued vigil, a watchful eye on every update, every subtle hint from the coaching staff. It means embracing the uncertainty, trusting the process, and understanding that the long-term health of a player like Andersen is ultimately more valuable than any single game. The question isn't will he return, but when he returns, will he be the formidable force we know he can be? And for the Falcons, the challenge is to build a defense resilient enough to thrive, even as they await the full reintegration of one of their most vital pieces. The story of Troy Andersen is far from over. It's merely entering its most suspenseful chapter. What are your thoughts on Troy Andersen's recovery? Does Raheem Morris's cautious optimism fill you with hope, or does the uncertainty leave you anxious for the season ahead? Drop your predictions and your messages of support for Troy in the comments below. Let's get a conversation going. And if you found this deep dive insightful, do us a huge favor. Smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for more exclusive insights and passionate breakdowns of all things Falcons football. Your support fuels our coverage, and we can't wait to hear your take.